That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Monday.
Christopher, the floor is yours, sir.
All right, let's start with the Bills. I know you hit this last hour, Rich, but let's just go back to it. The Bills are going to miss the playoffs.
Overreaction, man. Home for Carolina, at the Patriots, home for Atlanta, home for the Jets. Atlanta and Matt Ryan coming in on January 2nd. And then the Jets come in for a nice little get-right game. I think the division's gone, though. I think they're not winning the division. They're two back. So they'd have to go 4-0 and hope the Patriots lose another. And then I don't even know what the tie breaks are after that. You know what I'm saying?
The Pats would have to go 2-2 at the
right. That's what I'm saying. So they'd have to lose another game. The Patriots could be a Saturday game against the Colts. They're both coming off of a bye week, but it looks unlikely that they're going to win the division. They're going to have to go on the road and win football games. Can you win a football game in Tennessee? I think so. Can you win a football game in Baltimore or Cleveland or Cincinnati? Absolutely. I think they can.
If they play like they did yesterday.
Or in the second half. And I saw some flashes. That's an overreaction. Go for it, Chris. What else you got over there?
The thing about the Bills is their best running back is Josh Allen. Not sustainable.
That's what I say. It's just not a sustainable. They didn't have a running back didn't have a first half carry in Tampa yesterday. Not a touch on a run.
All right, we talked about this last hour too, Rich. I'm just going to say it. Urban, one and done in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's not an overreaction right now. Shad Khan's got to sit and find out from anybody in that building that can tell him if this is true or not. And this being just an unhealthy culture that, Urban might have employed, his will in the manner in which this article is saying he employed his will this way after a loss in Ohio State or after a loss at Florida because they were so rare. But when the losses mount up and you keep doing the same thing in professional football, people are going to be like, what's your malfunction? And that's why we always wondered if the losing would be something he could handle, in quotes. And right now, he's handling it the way that he would handle a loss, I imagine, at Ohio, in Columbus or Gainesville, Florida. And that doesn't work in Jacksonville when you're the head coach of an NFL team. Because players don't mind talking to other players about what's going on here. And coaches won't mind talking to media or whatever else or their agents about what's going on here. I'd imagine in the fiefdom of Columbus and Gainesville, that would be like going at Logan Roy without the actual material buttoned up. I mean,
Logan always wins, Rich.
That's right. So that's not an overreaction as far as I can tell right now. What else, Chris?
All right, on Friday, we did Higher Register, and I said the Bengals are going to win. They're going to win the North. Scrap that. The Browns are going to win the AFC North.
The Browns can win the AFC North. I've told you this. The Browns can win the AFC North. What a big game coming up on Saturday to kick off the NFL Network only doubleheader. Thursday night's a huge game, that you can see on the Triplecast. Chiefs at Chargers up the road. And then comes Vegas at Cleveland. Woo. Let's give Cleveland a win there, right? Shall we? That makes them 8-6.
Yeah,
and then it's at Green Bay. That's the one where they could really put their card on the table and say, we are a team to beat in the North in the other conference. And they're at Pittsburgh on a Monday night. They should win that one and sweep the Steelers. No, they would split with the Steelers, and then they could sweep Cincinnati. And if Cincinnati's the one that they're tied with, they sweep them. And Cincinnati, as you know, has already swept the Steelers, and they could do so with the Ravens and still lose the division because the Browns can go get them. They're only a game out. The only team in front of them are the Ravens, who might be without Lamar Jackson against Green Bay themselves. This is still wide open, and it's for the Browns to take it. Let's go. Not an overreaction. What else you got over there?
All right, they're not currently in this position, but the Chiefs should be Super Bowl favorites.
To win the whole darn thing.
To win the whole kit and caboodle. Man, they look good.
In the same way I said this about Dallas, I can't believe I'm saying it about Kansas City, that the defense is carrying them right now. The offense has been up and down. Yesterday, though, we saw what they did against the Raiders. And the Raiders, by the way, first team in the history of the NFL to go out to the opponent's logo at midfield. The autumn wind was a pirate. They went out to the arrowhead symbol in the middle of Kansas City, Missouri. With all the red-clad Arrowhead fans around them, they went out and then stomped all over it and then promptly fell into a 35-0 hole. The first such team to ever do that. Nonsense and then boat racing in the history of the National Football League. So the Chiefs are doing it right now, and I'll say that's an overreaction right now. I'll still say it's an overreaction. We need to see how consistent that offense is. A big Thursday night game. They can get swept by the Chargers, and then all of a sudden, we're talking about the Chiefs having to go on the road in the playoffs. So I'll just call that an overreaction. But as you know, I stuck with the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. I don't know about winning it. But defensively, they have turned everything around. They have tightened the bolts, and now they're going to try and do that against the Bolts on Thursday.
Okay, Rich, you just mentioned the Bolts. They got a pretty good quarterback. Justin Herbert is the best young quarterback in the league.
So who are we including in this mix? Joe Burrow?
I'm including
Tua, his draft mates?
Yeah,
the current draft
mates,
class?
current class, maybe the 2019 class. Let's put Kyler Murray in there.
Yeah, you may not be wrong.
30 touchdowns.
It's Kyler in there. And then...
You want to put Josh Allen in there? Want to put the 18 class?
Well, then if that's the case...
Yeah,
You'd rather have Herbert or Josh Allen?
I have Josh Allen, bro. I like Herbert, though. But
the Josh Allen versus fill-in-the-blank question is something else.
It's tough, yeah. It's
Allen
tough
is a beast.
Justin Herbert... Yeah,
maybe let's leave it at 19.
We could make an argument here. We could make an argument here. I mean,
that throw yesterday.
It was incredible.
He threw it from his 34, and it went all the way down to the goal line on the other side.
He caught it at the 3, so it was like technically 63 yards in the air, but like, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Roll out on a dime.
What else you have over there, Chris?
All right, we are on Bucks win yesterday. Packers win in the nightcap. We are on a Bucks-Packers NFC Championship collision course.
Oh, yeah. Unless the seeding works out in a way that doesn't make that possible, unless that's a division playoff game. Fox would be so disappointed if that's the case.
We don't want them in the second round. We want them in the championship
I understand
game.
That, but the Cardinals may crash that party, sir.
Yeah.
Cardinals may crash that party, and they might meet in the second round. I think that's an overreaction that they're going to meet in the NFC Championship game. The fact that they'll meet in the playoffs, I think that is absolutely going to happen, and the whole country is going to pull up a chair, and that will be amazing. But as you know, the Cardinals might prevent that from happening. So the Cardinals can sit there in the 1 seed and just win one game and say, we're in it.
Yeah, come to our house.
Right, just come to our house.
Yeah.
So that would mean, Brady would have to win his wild card game at home. Rodgers would have to win his wild card game at home. And then the two shall meet the next week as Arizona takes on, whoever survives it, like Dallas or the Rams or the Niners. Okay? Because it would probably have to be the Rams beating Dallas. Whoever's the 5 seed would have to win that game, and because the 2 and 3 Packers and the and Bucks would have to survive that game, right? So it would be whoever beats Dallas.
Nobody.
So then, if it is nobody, then that's the way the Bucks and Packers meet in the divisional round.
Right.
So I'll say it's an overreaction at the moment.
All right, last one. And this
By the way, that just shows you how much I've done this year in and year out. I could piece that together in 2 seconds.
Lead pipe wielding
What I'm
professional.
saying is I'm a winner, guys, okay? So show me your resumes.
It's right here, baby.
You've got a resume.
This is more just like an observation than an overreaction, really. I mean, we know Zeke is banged up, but Dak doesn't look right.
That's true. It doesn't look right.
Nope.
Hey.
The numbers support it. We showed him on game day morning after coming back from his calf injury. He is a totally different guy.
And I know they got the win, and that's all that matters, but
But Irv was saying this guy was banged up. He didn't have his receivers in this game, and he's true. That's true. And Zeke's banged up. They haven't had the full complement of guys. But I think yesterday was only the 5th game that CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Gallup, Zeke, and Dak were all there in 2 years.
Yeah.
So they were there yesterday, and they were up 18-0. So they look pretty damn good, but that's because they have the grownest of grownest assest men in the grown-ass men category in Micah Parsons. Holy cow. A game wrecker of the A+++ variety. Boy, did the Cowboys nail that pick. Huh.
I tried to tell you that.
No, that's because you're a Penn State Cowboy guy. Wow, this is as good as it gets for you.
Oh, man.
Just sprinkle in a little Florida State somehow, some way, and you got something.
Okay, Kenny Pickett won the Heisman.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.